Hi, I'm Nicola Cairncross.
Hi, hello, hey, hi.
I'm going to talk to you about success. Yes. So, welcome to Pefko Taverna, and today we are enjoying a Nescafe Frappe with Baileys, as it's our penultimate day here, and the sun's just come out again, marvellous. So I just wanted to tell you about some of the stuff that's been going to be going on. I'm going back to England on Saturday, and I'm going to be doing a tour of the UK. I'm calling it my grand tour, and I'm going to be staying in various friends' houses and clients' houses who've become friends, and we're going to be brainstorming their businesses, and I'm also being paid by some other people who are not yet clients to go and stay with them and work on their business, which I'm really looking forward to. We've been going out a lot this week as we've been saying goodbye to our various new friends. Everybody wants to take us out for dinner, it seems, and it's been quite a punishing week from the socialising front. The weather's been absolutely amazing, as you can see. We keep threatening to go in for a swim, but haven't done it yet. Sarah's just sitting off camera there to the left. The water feels really good. It's cold when you first get in, but then it feels nice after that. So I am tempted. By the time I come back in late June, it will be perfect swimming weather. We discovered a new restaurant last night, a Stoupa restaurant. You might even be able to see it over my shoulder that way. It's the one at the far opposite end of the bay, and it's absolutely amazing. It's really traditional on the outside, and it really looks just like any old taverna from the outside, except it did have a fancy new sign put up which was very Athens and trendy. And then I went inside last night to use their facilities, and the whole place was really cool inside. They've really invested in improving the business, and actually that's something you really notice around here. Everybody's getting really G'd up for the summer season now, and it's big weekend coming up for Easter this weekend, and if on cue someone starts grilling something. And I've also been to my first Writers Club meeting this week, which is fantastic. We all had a go at free writing, which is where you throw a load of dice and they've got pictures on, and you pick a picture, you just pick a dice basically, choose a picture from one of the 6 sides and just write for 5 minutes and let your imagination run free. It was really good fun. A really good way to meet people if you come to a new place is to get involved in something like that. There was 5 or 6 people there, and we were invited to lunch with one of them on Sunday, and we went round there and there were a load of people, couples having lunch, weren't there, which was a really nice event. So we're getting to know people really quickly now. Yes, so that's one of the ways you can get to know people if you move somewhere like this, is take up a hobby, in my case creative writing. Never thought I would, always thought I'd just stick to business books, but it's a great way to get to know people. I remember now why I've never filmed here before, because it's always relentlessly noisy with people coming and going. Okay, what I want to talk to you today about is fear. And you know, the whole feel the fear and do it anyway thing. Well, I've got more fears than most. I've never realised it, but I'm quite an anxious person, it turns out, from my great long list of things I was afraid about. Before we came out here, I was afraid of, in no particular order, insects. Quite afraid of insects, don't like spiders at all. Not very keen on other things either that fly about. I can just about cope with the ones that creep along the floor. We had no idea about Marnie worms though. Marnie worms turn out to be persistent little buggers that go up the walls and along the floor, and if you tread on one in the middle of the night, it makes an almighty stink. They can't hurt you though. I was afraid of having no car. I wanted to drive across Europe to bring my car out here because I didn't want to be without a car. As it turned out, it's a really good thing to be without a car because it forces you to walk up and down. And the thing we didn't realise before we got here was that the local supermarket, Katerina's, that gentleman in the white van, they're very happy to take you home after you've done a big load of shopping, and they will drop you at your door. So you can't see Tesco's doing that, can you? But it means that you don't have to have a car because you can walk to the supermarket, do your shopping and get transported home, albeit in the back of a van with a dog protection grill on. So I get to sit in the front and Sarah sits on the little fake tree stump in the back. It's very funny. I was afraid of the dark. But we got round that. It is pretty dark, actually, to be fair, and when you wake up in a room where there's no light at all because you're out in the middle of the olive groves. But one of my neighbours heard that I was having a bit of a hard time with it, and she dropped in a nightlight. She just bought me one in the shop, and it was a nice blue kind of light, so it makes you doesn't wake you up so much when you get up to go to the loo in the night. I was very concerned about sleeping downstairs because of the serial killers. Everybody knows there's a lot of them in the mud. My family think I'm absolutely bonkers. But I was concerned about sleeping with the window open. Serial killer stones. Basically, everyone's got stones on their windowsill, which means that if anyone tries to push the window open in the middle of the night, the stone drops on the floor and wakes you up pretty sharpish because it makes a very loud noise. So now I'm utilising the serial killer stones. I'm absolutely fine. Also, what else was I worried about before moving to Greece? Giving up everything. Selling everything, giving up the house, giving up, you know, the stable base that I perceived it was. I was particularly concerned about giving up the cutlery. But all of these fears were completely groundless. Yes, we've had the odd insect or two. Yes, I've had to wrestle with the odd spider coming in. I've had to cope with super large mosquitoes on occasion, except they weren't, they were daddy long legs, small daddy long legs. And the nightlight solved a lot of the problems. So, how did I get over all those fears? Well, I sort of painted myself into a corner. We made the decision to go, and we had the offer of the house, and it just was too good an offer to give up. So we just went for it, and then as soon as I sort of said the yes, Sarah started selling things out from underneath me, pretty much. Which was great because it painted me into a corner. So I think that's a really good way to do it. Have an ultimatum, give yourself a deadline, think to yourself, how can I make this decision irreversible so I can't bottle out, which is what I was nearly doing the day before we came. But it would have been such a shame to miss out on this whole 6 months experience if I hadn't done it. It would have been such a shame. So now I'm afraid of all these things going back. I thought I'd just say that these fears don't go away. You know, you get rid of one set and then another set comes up. So I was worried about where to stay. Now that was a sort of totally ridiculous fear because it was like I was going to worry about all the hotel rooms, all the Airbnbs, everybody's spare rooms, every bit of accommodation in shore and by sea being full when I wanted to come home, which is just daft. I was particularly worried about the embarrassment of staying at other people's houses. I've still got that one to some degree, but I'm going to force myself through it. There are people I want to see in the UK, and I'm going to go and damn well stay with them. And I'm going to force myself through that initial embarrassment of being through in other people's homes. Coming back, I was worried about not finding anything to rent. And actually, what happened was, made the decision I wanted to come back in Stoupa. There was construction going on the roof, we've just remembered, which is what the clanging noise is. So I made the decision I wanted to stay on about Thursday. Sarah started doing some research for me, and I came out to dinner on the Saturday night, and the people I was having dinner with offered me their house to rent. Yes, so within 2 or 3 days of me making the decision that I wanted to come back, I had somewhere to stay, and not just any old somewhere, a really beautiful little house, which is, ironically, immediately next door to where we're staying now. So that is just ridiculous. It was just so easy. Law of attraction in action. And the last thing I'm concerned about now is that I won't enjoy it when I come back and I'm on my own. I've made lots of friends here, but I don't know how I'm going to get on without Sarah. And I might well be on the phone begging and pleading for her to come back. But I'm going to give it a go, because the only way you can tell if you're going to enjoy something and if you can live like a certain way is to give it a try. Because, you know, no decision has to be forever. On the blog this week, we've got Vzine number 11, which is all about, is this one thing, the one thing that's going to make the difference? We've all got this thought that it's overnight success coming any minute, and we all think that this one thing is going to be the thing that makes the one thing happen. We've also launched the podcast. Both the video and the audio podcast is now on iTunes and Android, and if you come to nicolacairncross.com/podcasts, you'll be able to get links for that. Stop recording. Yeah. But the weather, the water. On the blog this week, we've got Vzine number 11. Oh, the cats are starting now. Fantastic. We've got Vzine number 11, which is all about... no, it's children, not cats. Right. It's... was it a buzzy beetle? Is it near me?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, God, right.
Can't be doing it when I'm wearing a skirt.
No, absolutely not. Ugh. Is ironically... What bloody hell is that then? Here it is. They're quite large. Here we go. Ugh. Oh, God. What is that? Exactly.